Greetings everyone and welcome to the Occult Think Tank. My name is Greg. In this video I am going to talk about the differences between carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide. This is something that I would think everybody should be aware of. We breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide, CO2. The burning of fossil fuels is CO, or carbon monoxide. If a person were to commit suicide by having a car running in a garage that is closed, what they would die from is not carbon dioxide poisoning. It would be carbon monoxide. Because what cars give off is carbon monoxide, CO. The burning of fossil fuels is not carbon dioxide. It is carbon monoxide. This is basically a shell game that is being done by the media in order to push an agenda that is simply false. And it is one that won't matter in the long term, because what you see at the bottom, the global greenhouse emissions estimated for 2019, China alone contributed over 27% of the total global emissions, far exceeding the US, the second highest emitter, which contributed 11%. The United States contributes 11% of the total global emissions. And we have people like Joe Biden and so forth that have stopped the production of gas in the United States, which drove up the cost of the oil per barrel, which also drives up the cost per gallon that you pay at the pump. The reason gas prices had dropped under Trump was he had basically implemented drill baby drill, because we became an exporter of fossil fuels, not an importer. Under Biden, that has completely switched. And it has wrecked the U.S. economy. The thing is, the claim here, this is one that you will find. The stupid claim of CO2 is from the combustion of fossil fuels. No, it is not. It is difficult to find actual graphs that show carbon monoxide, CO. But I did actually find this, because this is also talking about all fuel burning appliances, fossil fuels, and vents in your home. Ensure they're annually inspected. Find a registered contractor at CO Safety. Not CO2. CO. Install and regularly test carbon monoxide alarms, because the burning of fossil fuels creates carbon monoxide. And yes, it has no odor, color, or taste. It's referred to as a silent killer, but it is carbon monoxide. Carbon dioxide can also kill, but it would have to be a predominant amount in the atmosphere compared to the oxygen. The thing is, the burning of fossil fuels is carbon monoxide. It is not carbon dioxide. This is something that what this is really intended to push is a paranoia over the climate that really doesn't exist. Because even in this, it looks like it's more when you say the 300 to 400 parts per million, but what that equates to, and this is actually incorrect in the, because it's saying 0.4. No, the amount in our atmosphere of CO2 is 0.04%, whereas the percentage of carbon monoxide, CO, in the atmosphere is 0.03%. So going by this, it would be down closer to the zero aspect, because you would have to factor in the 0.03 or 0.04, which would be below 0.2. 0.2 is higher than 0.04. This is basically a type of shell game that is being done in order to try and pull off this scam. And it is all about trying to stop the use and creation of fossil fuels by the United States, which would lower gas prices. It would seriously hurt Russia right now. It is what is needed most, but it is the one thing that the climate fanatics won't do. Even though it is a provable fact that the world's leader in greenhouse emissions is China. The United States is only contributing 11% to the global total, whereas China is contributing 27%. We're not going to stop a global warming type of shit or climate change as long as you have China that is not on the same page. This is all about control. This is not about resources. This is about control. Just like when the regulations and so forth with COVID happened. That wasn't about your safety. That was also about control. All of this is about control. Resources be damned. Once these political people, and I'm not even wanting to say Democrat or Republican, because once these political jackoffs get a taste of the absolute power that they had during the COVID scare, they don't want to give it up. We saw that very clearly with what was going on in Canada with the truckers and their protest that was entirely peaceful. Compare what was going on with the truckers to cities across America being on fire because of the mostly peaceful protests that were going on. Those mostly peaceful protests led to the burning down of buildings that were owned by black people, by the way, as well as the destruction of cities, compared to the entirely peaceful protest of the truckers that didn't hurt anyone, didn't hurt anybody's business, didn't burn down one building. The truckers weren't attacking anyone. What we saw were truckers being attacked and people that were trying to help the truckers being attacked. This is not about resources. This is all about control. Boot on your neck control. That is what all of this is about. It is also what's driving the aspect with war. The war that's going on in Ukraine was brought about because of the weakness that Vladimir Putin saw in Biden, in how he pulled out of Afghanistan and showed utter weakness. It emboldened Putin to do what he did. It is highly probable that there will be an invasion of Taiwan by China because of the weak appearance that we see from Biden. I hope that China doesn't invade Taiwan, but it wouldn't surprise me if they do. And the thing is, we're not going to see a change. And it's not about resources. This is all about control, power. That is what is driving politics. Power. Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Later, people.